Sagittarius, welcome to your new moon in Leo reading. Let's start off with some advice. And you have Grandmother Earth. Wow, isn't that grand? Look at that. And I'm hearing vast vistas, like, wow. And that makes sense because, you know, this lunar energy and the sun and Venus right now are hitting your ninth house, having to do with long distance travel, higher learning, and beliefs. Some of you might have to do with the law or publishing, reaching a global audience for some of you. But I think for the majority of you, there might be an issue with something like really kind of far off and distant, a distance issue, something that you have been thinking about, curious about, maybe talking about, okay? But let's see what the new opportunity, what kind of new opportunity is presenting itself for you with this new moon in Leo. Some of you might be a contract, okay? A contract or some kind of communications. And I'm also getting the Lover's card in reverse. Some of you are thinking about breaking off a commitment, or you are really in a time of mental examination of some type of decision. It might have to do with a matter of imbalance or inequality in a relationship, maybe because there has been a misalignment of values. And I'm seeing Gemini, and I'm also seeing Gemini over here, Libra, and Aquarius. So could also, I'm hearing pay attention, okay? And somebody is maybe paying attention to you as well. But I think somebody is inquiring about this, okay? There's an opportunity for you to look into it. Somebody is looking into it maybe for you. And others of you, it's an intuitive nudge that is coming in and making you really think about and look deeper into this issue of inequality and imbalance in relationships and people, the role of indecisiveness, because this is a lot of mental energy here. The role that indecision is playing in your life and in the lives of others, maybe causing imbalance in relationship, causing breakups in relationships. But I'm also seeing some of you, if this has to do with the educational system, some of you might put in an inquiry, or an application rather, put in an application, admission. Somebody deciding not to put in an admission, not to inquire about admission at this place. I don't know. Maybe you're deciding not to go to that school. That's an interesting. I don't know what else to say about that. Okay, what is a challenge here? What is a challenge here? What is a challenge here? Okay, so I'm feeling, as I'm shuffling these cards, I'm feeling unsure. Is that why somebody's indecisive? Somebody's not sure within themselves. Yeah, well, okay, this is inertia. Okay, this is somebody who is just not coming out of this meditating and contemplating. I mean, this is analysis paralysis, you know. And I'm an air sign myself. I'm all a fan of, you know, people need to think. Like, this is a big problem with reality right now. A lot of people do things unthinkingly, like, sweet Jesus, please think. But in this reading, it's clearly gone into a dark zone, and I can't say that here because you might be burned out. I will give you that. And I will see that there's probably some unexpected twist and turn coming up with your sixth house having to do with your health. Some of you need to heal legitimately, and that might be blocking you. It could be physical health. It could be emotional health. But on your day-to-day, I don't know. Are you stuck in are you exhausted from your daily work? I'm also getting on the emotional level, some of you feeling estranged. Again, maybe why there's some kind of distance issue going on. Some of you have been maybe on a bit of a sabbatical. You've taken quite an extended time out, and it's getting to the point of you've got to snap out of this because it's impeding your progress. What could happen unexpectedly? What unexpected changes could come up for you? Sagittarius, please show me. Please show me. We have some good money news coming in. That's positive. I mean, it's not a whole heck of a lot, but it's a new beginning, and I like it. It might involve a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It may involve some kind of new financial opportunity or offer, maybe a new job. I told you there might be an application here that you can apply to something so that you can break off a partnership that you've had elsewhere. And suddenly, unexpectedly, you might actually get a new offer, a new job if you're out job hunting. Yes, this is going to be in your 6th house. This would have to do with your daily work, okay? Um, or some kind of good money news coming in, or you setting some really positive goals for yourself. And if this is not about your money and your career and your, your work, this would be about your health. You setting some really solid goals for your health and getting your health back on track and coming out of this, because that's super stuck. All right. Yeah, this is going to be during Leo season that this good money news comes in. Okay. So it might have to do with the water sign male, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It might have to do with working with a charity or somebody who is in the healing arts. The could be like a therapist, could be like a somebody who works in medicine. I do see some heaviness and some responsibility around this person, and they're trying to get on from something, yet for some reason it looks like it's good news for you. Like they're trying to get on from some responsibilities. There might be some holding back that this person does because they're weighed down by responsibilities and they're trying to move on from it, okay? They're holding back from you, or you're holding back from them, and it might actually turn out to be a good thing for you monetarily, okay? Onto this issue of the inertia, well, it might have to do with you working really hard. I see a lot of worky here and trying to be practical and down to earth and, be productive. A lot of productivity vibes out of this, trying to provide for things on the day-to-day. And some of you may be learning something new and honing your craft, refining your skills. But I feel like some of you, you've burned yourself out, and it's a challenge. It's presented itself as some kind of a blockage. But you do have the opportunity here to get some change with this, to take a time out and maybe to break off a partnership, a contract, and make a decision to really get some major change in your life. Okay, that came out in reverse. So there is something with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse where somebody, and now I've got the Ace of Swords with victory. Okay, so there's an issue here of what do I need to do to get the victory and an agreement in within myself and in relationships, seeing the truth of the matter that someone might have had some false ideas about success. They either look successful, but they're not within. Okay, they're having to redefine what is success. There's also another energy here, possibly of somebody putting the money ahead of the family and emotions and relationships, and again, might have caused some kind of breakup or intense turmoil in a partnership that has you mentally restless. However, if you use that mental energy for positive to bring this into a rebirth cycle in your life and to regenerate and snap out of that, work or be killing yourself like a, rat in a hamster wheel or something. I don't know. If you can snap out of that, then I think we could put this in reverse. But as it stands right now, no growth. And it might have to do with the feminine energy. I'm seeing a lot of feminine energy all over this. And emotional disconnect, emotional unavailability. Again, because somebody has just been working themselves sick. And I think has prioritized. There's maybe been some out of balance. I'm just going to put it like that. Okay, so with the Grandmother Earth card, this is about being grounded, okay, and making plans for the future, but not really acting on them until you're really secure to step forward, and putting roots down also and prepare to go deeper, but sowing the seeds necessary in your relationships for abundance and taking the time to nurture the new beginnings carefully, but not rushing into anything. It's not about really taking risk, okay, but it's about, investing wisely, because I'm almost getting a feeling like the value was put on money, and then how's that emotional bank account doing? How is that relational bank account doing? So from my intimacy deck, your advice on improving intimacy is transactional. The give and take is very measured. Try exchanging as spirit leads. Somebody else got that. I think it was Libra. Don't quote me on that. And then at the foundation, deal breakers. What can you absolutely not tolerate? How can you honor those values? Be blessed.